with the daily graphic on the front page. Discussions on economy. Patriotism must reign supreme. President urges at NAFAC at 60. Now, Dr. Adolfo proposes rescue team to resolve economic challenges. Aged to access NHIS without hindrance. That is coming from the NHIS Chief Executive, Dr. Bernard Okoboy. Stop denigrating leaders. Professor Mensah Bonsu cautions citizens. Rice vegetable cultivation initiative launched. Now, I like what Professor Mensah Bonsu is saying. Stop denigrating leaders.
Yeah.
No, it's something that we really need to pay attention to.
We have a thing in, and it's not something that has always been with us, right? We've developed an attitude within our space where people feel entitled to say whatever they want to say to whoever they want to say, and they don't seem to care. It's like, after all, who are you? But a nation that does not respect and regard its leaders is a nation that's in trouble.
Of course, we are heading for doom. And
but,
it's so
but the story that before says that we need a rescue team now. So the people who are there, they are who?
Well,
the rescue team, where would you come from?
They are it's a team, maybe not a rescuing one. So as for the team, we know it's a team.
It's a team.
It's a
but
team.
as
There's
whether
a team as to whether they are rescuing us or they are even the ones,
sinking their
pushing
ship,
us
bro. Well,
dig deep, we don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, so the Ghanaian Times has these headlines here. It says, "Don't undermine nation's peace and unity. President urges Ghanaians." It's a good call. 2023 budget. Parliament races against time to approve budget as minority threatens to reject some tax handles and allocations. File annual returns, renewals, or lose your business. This is coming from the Registrar General's office. Okay. GHS, Ghana Health Service, prompts public to get COVID-19 jabs to prevent infections at Christmas. Now, I'm not sure why, if you're watching us now and you haven't been jabbed, double jabbed, why you haven't. It's critical. It's a little bit like, the hepatitis injections that you say that, it doesn't matter. But when you get the illness, it will not be funny.
The thing is, we are not talking about it so much like we used to.
Yes.
Because 2 years ago, 3 years ago, it was pretty new to us. So all the news around it was very rife. But it does not mean that
it's gone.
It is gone.
Yeah.
People are still getting infected. People are still dying.
Yeah.
So look, you might not know that you have some underlying conditions. And this is why it's very important for you to prevent yourself. Otherwise, it will be just a silent killer. You'll be gone without you even knowing.
And then I also think that we should stop this thing of people saying that, well, if the person took the jab, but he still got the COVID. No, you see, let's. It's a little bit of an infantile comment when you say those kinds of things. It's like you don't understand what you're talking about.
Obviously.
The fact that you taking the jab is supposed to help your immune system to survive.
Fight it better.
Exactly, and fight it better when you do get it. That's the point of the jab. Okay, the point of a jab is not to create a shield around you so that COVID cannot come. No, as for the COVID, you can possibly get it. You can pick it up from any number of places. In a bus, people are coughing. Somebody has it, and you sit in a truck or somebody is sitting behind you and coughing.
I just coughed.
And when you hear the nature of the cough, you're like,
Just right. Is it about the vid? Right. So moving on to the finder. President taxed NLA to flush out minors from gaming and betting space. This is very important. Remember, sometime last week, the education minister said we should close down all betting companies and gaming centers close to, I think, junior high schools and all that. It's very, very important.
Yes, I think so too.
Now, still on the front page, include compensation land acquisition cost in Abidjan-Lagos Corridor Highway project. This is Roads Minister Mwakwata speaking. Citi post world's biggest gain against US dollar.
You see, These kind of stories. Anyway, there's an online story actually on Citi News.
We will get there.
CitiBusinessNews.com.
We will get
that
there.
also says, so it will relate to this particular
Anyway,
one.
now, commercial agri journey to address unbridled imports begin. Ofori Atta, this according to Ofori Atta, I can see the photograph of Chief of Staff on a tractor in Caben Slate. Madam, you may want to be careful.
Why not just wear jeans and sneakers?
I mean, sometimes these formal events,
Yeah.
you go, you have to demonstrate something. So you did not come planning or thinking that you're going to be on a tractor.
Yeah.
You get there, so madam, this one, you see, we have to take photo opportunities. This is like a best late on tractor there.
Yes, a queen.
Madam, good morning.
Yeah, the Chronicle. Very interesting headline here. The main headline says, "Who born dog?" It's actually a headline that is not new to our media space. Who born dog? Accra commando slapped in traffic by 61-year-old pensioner. Yeah.
Really? What happened?
Well, I mean, let me see if I can just give you a snippet of that story there. It's interesting. Yeah, so the story here says an Accra Circuit Court presided over by Samuel Brighton Aqua has advised that the security detail of the Greater Accra Minister, Henry Korte, should be changed following an alleged assault on him by his family head. Do you understand? So that's where the thing comes from. It's like, you are one of
You're
my...
one of who are,
you are one of my...
Then that is how we get the headline.
Do you understand?
Who born dog? But is it not you, my nephew?
Yeah, you are my nephew.
Is it not you that yesterday you are running around here today? You say what?
You say what? Yeah, you are minister of what?
Oh, but I mean,
by some way, it's disrespect.
Course.
Actually,
Of course.
It's gross disrespect because.
Does the family head know that they can be arrested?
But
he can sue
but they are
you?
going to. He's in trouble. Oh no, he's in trouble now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Look, you can have your children, your nephews, stuff like that, but it gets to the point you have to respect the fact that this is who they are.
Yes, the president's office is now what you are dealing with. You are not dealing with the individual. You are dealing with the minister of the whole Greater
our
Accra.
regional minister.
It's our regional minister.
Because this one you do a...
Maybe it's your child, but it's our regional minister.
Because you do it, then you let some bodyguard shake you. Because by the time they say, oh, stop, my uncle, then... Anyway, but on the flip side, that is our culture for you.
Yeah.
Once a child, you are always a child, and your parents will see you as such.
Yes, that's true. But you see, I think that's where we need to do better with our constitution, so that the lines are clearer. Because unfortunately we've not done that, and we've allowed.
No, but what do you mean by the lines are clearer?
No. So here's the thing, we've given space within the constitution to traditional rulership and leadership, right? But we've not. There's like a conflict as to which supersedes which at what point. Do you see all those things? No, we have to make them clear so that we understand.
They are not?
No, they are not. No, when I have a question of law, one of the conversations we always have is that it comes up regularly. Is this whole thing about the clarity that is not
but
really
that one,
there?
I think it's clear. The president is supreme. The constitution is supreme. So if you are head of a clan, you know where you are. And what I'm trying to say is, you can be the president, you can be the vice president, but when you go home, your father is your father. But
the president is still president over my house.
No, but you see, the thing is, what you think that when Nanado is at home with my beautiful Rebecca, my beautiful Rebecca is the madam of the house. You understand? Your president, it's Esther Jubilee house. When you come home,
president of Agara, but not here.
When you come home, you are babe, you are honey, you are daddy, you understand. So your children can. I cannot go and stand in front of the president and say, I won't do this. But your children can.
Yeah,
and you don't bring your presidency home. When you come home, they can even tell you that. Take your plate to the kitchen. Madam has spoken.
It's interesting, isn't it? The president's children don't say Your Excellency. Yeah.
But why?
Yeah, it's true.
Your father is not a president.
No, that's it. You have said that.
Of course. I mean, when he's home, his daddy.
Your Excellency.
So
let's do some online stories before we go.
Yeah.
Let's do some online stories before we go. Benjamin Ketia is eyeing us over there. We won't mind him. All right, so some online stories for you. On citinewsroom.com, we have Akufo-Addo attends U.S. Africa Leaders Summit in Washington. Togbe Afede writes, our self-inflicted monumental economic crisis. Okay. It's a lovely headline. I'm sure the story too is good. Yeah, we have a Caprice robbery. 2 armed robbers killed, 1 arrested. And this one says here, police declare 16 persons wanted over violence at NDC polls. They announced a 10,000 Ghana cedi bounty. And then let me do this final one. Okay, final 2. Help Akufo-Addo build National Cathedral to avoid shame.
One shout.
Okay.
But you know the Caprice robbery, that was on Friday, right? So when I was going home in the afternoon, I think I was going to Tesano, I saw a lot of motorbikes.
Okay.
Large numbers of motorbikes. I didn't really know. I actually thought a vehicle had knocked down somebody. So I drove when I got to around Abeka Junction. Okay. You know, I saw a policeman. So I stopped and I was like, what is going on? He said there was a shootout. Some people have been... And I was like, I just drove past that stretch. And I was like, Charlie, sometimes you take certain God's providence for granted.
Yeah. You can just enter a space and...
But a lot of people have been killed by stray bullets.
Yeah, it's true. Anyway, there are 19 firms that have been announced by BOG. There's a warning. It says, do not take loans from these 19 unlicensed firms. And their names are there. So you can go and read the stories and see their names. By the way, they say the Citi is the best performing currency. You can read that story on Citi Newsroom, citibusinessnews.com. The Citi is now, by Bloomberg, it's not, we are not saying. Citi now world best performing currency. The
in the world. In the world.
In the world, yeah. World. Citi now world best performing currency.
We accept by faith.
It's a lovely story.
We accept
it's a
by faith.
heartwarming story. But you see, the translation of it is what you have to start.
It's okay. They say it's the best. Why? We accept it's the best. Thank you, God. It's the best. Can we now do sports?
Let's go to sports.